We've got a big project today. I'm going to convert an old mountain bike of mine to an e-bike. I've been waiting to do this. I've had the kit for a little bit, but it's going to be an all-day or maybe 2-day project. I don't know how long it's going to take me, so I needed a whole day where I had nothing else going on. So I bought the kit, and we'll use an old mountain bike that I've had, and let's just see what's in the kit. So the kit was the least expensive of the components. Here's the wheel that it comes with, and that's the motor. I'm going to switch the tire because the tire is a little bit thin compared to my mountain bike tire. The components are here. This is the control box. This is a little tool I had to buy. It's 10 or 12 bucks to take the crank off when the time comes. The most expensive part of this project is actually the battery. And here's a battery that it's made specifically to hook onto the bar of the bike. Here's the bike. It's an old, early to mid 90s GT Tolera. Back in the day, it was a pretty nice bike. It's pretty heavy, doesn't have any suspension, but that's what we're going to convert. I bought it after med school, rode the heck out of it up until the kids left, and then I bought a hybrid road bike. So we'll see how it goes. So we got the old tire off. We're going to take our wheel off. We're going to take the tire, swap with this, and then we'll put this wheel back on. That was a little harder than I thought it was going to be. And just because I'm a perfectionist, I wanted it really to be straight on the midline, but it's about 1/4 to an 1/8 inch off. But any closer to the other side and it's going to rub on the gear. So I think that's going to have to do. Next step is going to be installing the handle grips. This is the left-handed side. This is hard and it flares at the bottom here, which is hard too. I don't like, but it's meant to match the throttle, which flares out so that you can twist the throttle like a motorcycle. So I think I'm going to install this on the right side and leave a soft grip on the left side. And the last thing, like I talked about, is these shifters are integrated with the brake lever, and it's all one piece. If I take the brake off and put the other brake lever on, it's going to hit on here. I'd either have to get new shifters, which I don't want to do because I'm trying to do this as a kit budget project and not spend a lot of money. So I think for the time being, I'm not going to put their brakes on and leave mine on. We'll see what happens. For those of you that don't know this trick, I've already got this off most of the way, but this works good when you're trying to get these tight grips off. Get some air in there and they pop right off. Alright, we got our throttle on and our display. I left this grip as is for now, and I'm leaving the brakes as is for now. Next we're going to do what's called the pedal assist, which goes on the crank. Now we have to take off the crank. There's a little plastic piece I unscrewed here. Take out the bolt. And this is the tool that I bought to do this. So thread screw into there and set it, and then that pushes out the crank because it's stuck on there on some grooves. And I don't think I've ever had it off, so it might be a challenge. There it comes. Just stuck on there pretty good. There. Okay, slid it off. That wasn't too bad. And I'm going to put on our pedal assist. I got the pedal assist on there, and it got jammed up. It didn't spin right. It made it hard to pedal, and so I took it off. I don't think it's not very robust, and I think it got a little off center as I tightened it. It's supposed to fit in these little grooves, and it just smashed, is my guess. So I'm going to leave it off. All right, now we're going to mount the battery, and the idea, I think, is that it's mounted like this. However, this is an old bike and the brackets don't fit that way, so I'm going to mount it upside down like so, and then run our connectors that way. It's a little bit backwards, but that's the way we're going to have to do it. I think it connects this way, but I think it's going to stay on because it's got a locking mechanism, and that pin drops into here, so it will keep it from sliding out. I just remember to lock it. So it should. Didn't pan out very well. These little Allen screws stuck up too far, and I couldn't get it on. So I swapped it out for a couple of regular screws. Put those in there. They have a much lower profile, and so let's see if I can get you know without getting in the way. There. I had to do some mods, quite a bit of them. I had to solder some ends to make the connectors work. Then we ran all the wires, got those zip tied down, try to keep them out of the way. I used an old piece of electric cord to connect my battery to my control box. Got all my connections stuffed in there, connected up to our motor. I did not do the pedal assist or the brakes. We'll see if I crash and burn, then, well, maybe I'll hook the brakes up. Here's our battery. It's in, and if we have power. Power on. Our LCD has power. A moment of truth. There it is. Pretty cool. We're gonna try it out. Don't bike ride without your helmet. If you make that decision, you better make the decision of who's gonna take care of you when you crash and mush your brain. We're gonna give it a shot. Keep our fingers crossed. Okay, we're pedaling. Now let's give it some juice. Woo! Throttle has pretty good response. I'm coasting now. I can see that I got my LCD upside down. It goes pretty good. We're against the wind going uphill. Go. Couple little mods I got to do, but I think overall success. Woohoo! Wow, that thing's a lot of fun. It took me a good part of the day to do it. The kit needed some modification. That's the part that took a while. I had to solder some connections together, run the wires, size things up, a lot of zip ties, but overall works great. I spent $300 on the battery, $250 for the kit, and had the old bike, so not too bad for an electric bike. That would have cost about $1,500 if you just buy a standard low-end electric bike. So works good. I'll leave some links into the bottom here of what I used if anybody's interested. Another project in the books. Give me some ideas if you got some. Stay busy, stay safe, carry on.